I don't want to play much of what Trump said at his rally because it was nonsense. A lot of it was racist nonsense. But there was something that I thought was important, and that had to do with coronavirus and Trump's stance on testing. Take a look at this.
Here's the bad part. When you do testing to that extent, you're going to find more people. You're going to find more cases. So I said to my people, slow the testing down, please. They test and they test. We got tests that people don't know what's going on. We got tests. We got another one over here. The young man's 10 years old. He's got the sniffles. He'll recover in about 15 minutes. That's a case. Add him to it. That's a case. That's a case.
And so we left on the cheers because as he's attacking testing and joking about people having the sniffles, I wanted you to know that that was a big applause line. People loved that at the rally.
Yes, and if you think he's lying about trying to slow down testing, you clearly do not know this president. And again, back to the line of believe people when they tell you who they are. Mm-hmm. Trump has been telling us who he is from before the actual election. And I know a lot of people were like, well, he's not that bad. Well, he might be actually better when he assumes office. Oh, it's all for show. Even people on the left were like, nah, it's all for show. No, it's not. It's literally what he believes in. He is not intelligent enough to lie. Okay, remember that. He says exactly what's on his mind. He's asked multiple governments to intervene in our election, and one has already. And now another thing that happened last week was that we finally know, unredacted Mueller report, that Trump did know that WikiLeaks was going to release a big trove of documents, DNC documents. Hey, and encourage them and potentially coordinated with the Trump campaign about that release. Maybe there was an exchange with Assange about getting him amnesty or whatever. Like, this is already happening. So let's believe him. He cannot lie. He has blood on his hands. This is not a game at all.
It's not. I totally agree.
Not like John's background.
What?
Too many games.
This is a game. That's a game. I really like Everdell. Play Everdell. Eldritch Horror is a game. That's a classic, by the way. That's been out for like 40 years. Very good. No, coronavirus and the pandemic are not a game. And so when Trump said, slow down the testing, that's great drinking there, by the way. Best
what? I didn't even...
ever. But anyway, the reaction from the right was, oh, you lefties, he's just joking. Why are you pretending he's not? And I would just throw up a token... too soon? Maybe don't joke about the thing that's still killing hundreds and hundreds of Americans literally every single day and has killed a couple Vietnams. Maybe don't joke about that. But here's the thing. Is he joking? Because he was asked about that comment this morning. Twice in this video you're about to see. And if he was just joking, he's done this before when asked about things he said. Whether he was joking or not, he'll say, you guys are just taking this too seriously. Look at him decline to do that.
On Saturday night, you said that you told your staff to slow the testing down to improve the numbers. Does that mean someone watching this right now on their local news is not going to get a test because you asked your staff?
We do more testing than any country in the world by far, 25 million tests. Other countries do 1 million. Every time you do a test, as you do more tests, it shows more and more cases. So we're so far advanced, both in terms of the quality and the amount, and we're doing all these tests and it shows cases. If other countries aren't doing, or if we did slow it down, we wouldn't show nearly as many cases. You're showing people that are asymptomatic. You're showing people that have very little problem. You're showing young people that don't have a problem. But we're doing so much testing, 25 million tests. Nobody thought that was
But did you
possible.
ask to slow it down?
If it did slow down, frankly, I think we're way ahead of ourselves, if you want to know the truth. We've done too good a job. Because every time we go out with 25 million tests, you're going to find more people. So then they say, we have more cases in the United States. The reason we have more cases because we do more testing than any other country by far.
Really fast, fact check. No, the reason that we have more cases is because we have more cases. The reason we know is because we do more testing. But you can't have a case just because you have a test. You also have to have a case. And really fast, I just want to make sure we don't miss it. That second question was, did you order a slowdown of testing? And he said, if it did slow down. He didn't deny it. He didn't say I was just joking. He didn't say you're taking me too seriously. He evaded the question. That is
It's
damning.
the same response that he had when he was asked whether he would accept foreign intervention and foreign assistance with an election. He was asked that point blank by George Stephanopoulos, and he had the same answer, which was, well, I don't think it would be a bad thing. Same with the tests. Well, I mean, it's not a bad thing to slow down the tests. He didn't say he did, but he said it wouldn't be a bad thing because too many tests lead to too many cases, which again does not square with science. That's not how anything works.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how I can still be surprised by this guy, but I am. And I just want everyone to know and remember, if you have friends and family members who are in places that are reopening, if you are also in a state that's reopening, please be cautious. There are people who are dying. There are people's parents who are dying right now. Wear your masks, wash your hands, do all those things. Still, I know it's hard to hold it together because there's no leadership right now, but we really need to.
Yeah, there's no leadership, and honestly, thank God that Trump admitted that and caused this firestorm, because that is at least causing the news to talk about it a little bit. I'm not saying that they don't talk about the pandemic at all, but everyone has moved on. I mean, the right moved on 2 months ago, but even the centrist media has largely moved on from taking it as seriously as it obviously demands we take it. That's one of the reasons I try to make sure that every single day we do talk about it, because just us ignoring it doesn't stop the deaths from happening. I guess
I just want to say I misspoke that I said that people's parents are dying. Apparently right now, a lot of the increase in cases are happening with people who are between 20 and 30 years old. And we know that some of these second waves of illnesses can also differently affect different demographics. So I'm going to correct myself because a lot of young folks are also getting infected.
Exactly.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.